Look, I just thought, this is my 18th year as a head coach in this league. I don't know if I've ever seen a game where a team fought as hard, to come back, hang in, go through the adversity of them tying the game at the end and then finding a way to win at the end. So showed a lot of toughness, a lot of brains and aggression out there. We made some adjustments that were really important. Our guys were able to execute, it's a 3-game series now. Anything can happen, and so we're going to stay aggressive. KP's situation is his right knee, non-surgical knee, had soreness, before the game. He's going to get an MRI this afternoon. He has not been ruled out for Game 5, so we'll hope for the best and hope that he feels better.
Start inside the room, Brad Townsend.
There's been a lot of Luka moments the last couple of years, but considering the ankle and the deficit and the fact that it's a playoff, where does this one rank?
This would have to rank pretty high up there. Look, we know this kid has got a flair for the dramatic. He's a performer as well as a great player. He's a guy that lives for these moments and is completely fearless. And so, look, at the end, it was all about finding a way to get the ball in his hands. And the last shot was obviously a tremendous shot. But his effort the entire game, it was just, it's just one of those things from top to bottom. It's a 40-point triple-double, with, 17 rebounds or something like that. Just a phenomenal effort. And, in his mind, he came back into the last game after being injured. And so, he's got such great heart that if he was able to feel, anything close to decent, I really felt he would probably play today. I wasn't going to say that publicly, but that's what this kid's about.
Shawn?
Rick, what about the wherewithal he had to get the switch off of Kawhi Leonard to get the matchup he wanted to?
Look, he's such a smart player. He sees things ahead before other people see him, and that's one of the reasons that he is so special. Not only his skill set, his strength side, all that stuff, but the way he computes the game. And he sees the game in 6G. It's not 5G. It's 6G. It's another level beyond what most people see it. So, just a very, very special player. And this game today was from another planet.
Mark?
Rick, Luka's performance obviously speaks for itself, but from what the medical staff has indicated moving forward, to what extent is the ankle behind him, or is it still a matter of just playing through the pain?
Well, he responded well to treatment yesterday. They went through a lot of things this morning. And so it looked pretty good to me today. If you're asking me, how's he doing? Doing well. Look, we've got a great medical staff by Casey Smith, and these guys know what the right things are and what the wrong things are. It was the wrong thing to try to put Porzingis out there today. He just wasn't just wasn't right at the beginning of the game. So we'll hope for the best on his MRI and see where we are, come Tuesday. But in terms of Luka, guys like him, Jason Kidd, Larry Bird, these kind of guys, they're such great competitors.
Yeah, that's right.
There's not much that can keep them from competing in a game like this.
Where's Seth?
Okay, Eddie.
Yeah, we're going to come out here.
Yeah, Rick, you go down whatever it was, 21 or something like that in the first half. How much, or what did you say, or how much did you have to combat that woe is me mentality from seeping in?
Well, our staff did a great job of keeping the guys upbeat, positive. Kept talking about staying in the fight, fight back, 2 at a time. Look, there's no 21-point plays. When you get down that man, you got to work the game back. I thought Berea gave us some juice out there. And look, it's a long game. NBA games are, they last forever. Look at this one. It lasted 53 minutes instead of 48. You just got to hang in and keep playing and keep believing in each other, and that's what our guys did. Look, and they knew they had a great player out there that could have this kind of a night and help other guys have great nights as well. So, look, a lot of things had to go right, but these guys worked to put themselves in that position, and I'm real proud of them. But we've got a lot of work to do here.
Okay, next up is Tim McMahon.
Rick, there was one floater in the first half where Luka kind of winced and looked like he was limping a little bit after that. Did he say anything about how his ankle was feeling during the game? And were there times when you looked at him and said, I don't know if he's moving quite the same? Or
I never heard anything from Casey about it. Look, he gets hit a lot in games, if you haven't noticed. He gets to the floor a lot. He gets his arms raked. Frequently he has, what look like lacerations on his forearms. And so, look, sometimes, if it was you out there, McMahon, at a health club, if you get beat up like that, I doubt you'd even stay on the floor. This guy's tougher than that. He's tougher than you are. So, but listen, there was nothing that was going to keep him from staying in the game. He kept telling me that he was good. He was good as many minutes as we needed him, and I didn't even try to get him out before the quarter breaks. That would have been a fist fight, and I wasn't into that today. So, but look, we needed him out there. And so, headed into Game 5, we've just got to do everything possible to get our guys physically and mentally ready to go. And we just got to keep up the fight.
Okay, we've got 2 more. Next is Mac Engel.
Hey, Rick, you played with Larry Bird. I know he's a friend of yours. Did you see anything from Luka today that specifically reminded you of Larry Bird?
I mentioned Kidd and Bird. I think both those guys, just are from the same fabric competitively, and in terms of their will to win and their resourcefulness to find ways to impact the game in unique forms. It's not just about putting the ball in the basket. It's about giving teammates confidence. It's about knowing how to channel your emotions. And look, Luka's gone through a lot here. Early on, we were having, a lot of discussions with the officials. It was draining all of our energy, and our team has grown through that stuff. We understand more and more that, distractions are things that we control. And I thought in the second half, particularly, Luka did a great job of channeling, his energies toward his teammates and giving them energy. And otherwise you wear yourself out. But this today is a game that is it'll go down in history in some form as one of the great games that a second-year player has ever played. And I asked this question earlier today. When's the last time a rookie of the year was up for most improved the following year? I don't think that's ever happened. So, the work that he's put in has been phenomenal as well, and I don't think there's enough talk about that.
Okay, last one is to Tim Cato.
Hey, Rick, it looked like Luka, ruthlessly hunted switches in the pick and roll. A lot of the damage he did was on Reggie Jackson. Is there a talent or a skill to being able to do that, to make sure you get that switch And how far advanced is Luka at doing that, considering his age?
Well, he understands the game very, very well. He reads those situations well. During timeouts, we talk about a lot of these situations and what would be best and ways to counter certain forms of showing and attempts to show and get back. So we talked about that in one of the timeouts. At the end of the day, it's about getting the ball in his hands and letting him decide the game. I mean, that's what it's all about. You look at the Clippers; they put the ball in Kawhi's hands. I mean, he's going to have. He had the end of regulation. He had at the end of the overtime, and and you try to create a situation or help create a situation where a guy can get a clean shot. But it's a players' league. It's a players' game. The players. It's all about what they do on the floor. Thank you.
Thanks, Rick. We'll talk to you later.